Hi guys, back again. Just part two, continuation of the 245 refurb. Basically removed the plugs off camera, obviously, for the sake of time. The number 6 plug, which was the chamber for the plug, brass plug retainer pin. That's over there with the spring. Also, I've taken the actual shackles pin out as well. But what I did, I just did a little test run on my belt sander. Yeah, 120 grit. It comes up extremely well. It looks, I mean, you can't really see the depth and the grain in the camera, but yeah, I'm really pleased with it. Only problem with the 245 is actually the contours. It's got those little, yeah, and they're very hard to get into. Obviously with the belt sander you can't. So all you can do is the face, the back and the sides. So I might have to get some hand file paper and hand clean inside the little crevices there. But yeah, I think it's come up pretty well. Unfortunately, I can't do it. I don't have that luxury of taking a bit of extra meat off the front because of the, as you can see, the Lockwood logo. If I focus, come on. Yeah, if I go too hard on the sander, I'll end up losing that logo completely, and it ends up a generic Ilco 245, which I forgot to mention. Actually, Ilco used to make a clone of the 234 and the 245 back in the day, in the mid-90s. Exactly the same. If one wasn't branded with Lockwood, if you put them in side by side, they're very hard to split. But yeah, they don't obviously make them anymore. So yeah, so I'm not sure with the front. I'll be very gentle with it to keep that emblem logo intact without, you know, sanding it away. So anyway, yeah, that's been removed for the sake of time, and it's the worst one to do because it's slightly, the plug's slightly smaller than the chamber plug, and you get one shot of it. If you screw it up, well, basically you're screwed. End up with you end up blowing the hole out, and and you've got to modify your plugs and, you know, bash them a bit flatter than normal to get them in there to cover any defects. But I'm probably going to have to do that with that one anyway. Just show you how to, if you get a slightly blown hole, you can get a chamber plug, and I think Dr. Lock in Sydney, Parametal Locksmiths, the way he does it, he doesn't, he's probably not as, or he drills, he puts a 3mm or just under a 3mm drill straight through the plugs, so he gets a clean hole and he doesn't worry about extracting them. Yeah, if he gets a blown hole, he just grab a pin. Yeah, you can tell with these. Yeah, you see the taper at the end. That's obviously the leading edge that goes into the chamber first. And I've done this too. It just gives you a bit of breathing space with the plug. If you just give it a fairly hefty tap, don't squash it to the size of a dollar coin, but just give it a couple of hard little raps, and what that does, it explodes it out, the diameter wider, slightly wider, so that it's, if you do get a blown hole, it will actually fit in there snugly and yeah, hide the defects. Yeah, it's like anything in life. Nothing. Yeah, we don't live in a perfect world. You would normally do these if you did quite a few of them. You'd have a setup all you'd have a drill press and a jig all ready to go, so you can get it precisely every time. But alas, I don't have that set up, or I don't need it, because I don't do these on a profitable level. It's only for my keepsake. So yeah. So anyway, I've done the plugs. It's just a matter of dumping all the guts, the old springs and drivers and key pins, which I'll do. There you go. I mean, you probably can't appreciate the actual length of that driver pin. It is huge. Yeah, that is huge. Which was, fair enough too, because that's the actual Bible in this 245 is very high, so you can get away with larger driver pins. Yeah, anyway, as you say, after all the guts are dropping out now, so yeah, it's I've already explained this on another video, the exploded view of the 245. Yeah, that pin just runs in that little channel there, so it keeps it rotating at 90 degrees only. That's the old shackle. I'm not going to keep that, it's too bloody far gone, it looks terrible. Unfortunately you can't buy these anymore. Well you maybe, but I've got no idea how to source them. So the only option is to get these back up to scratch would be, I don't know, just wire brush them with a fine wire brush, get them sort of clean as you can and get them re-chromed. But that's a lot of effort for one padlock. But anyway, yeah, that's the shackle spring. Yeah, so basically that's the empty core, the empty padlock body. It's been totally gutted. The only thing still left in there is the end cap, which just hides the shackle. Yeah, so I'll clean up all the parts with the springs that you end up sort of sacrificing those anyway when you remove the plugs, because you tend to go, once you drill through the plug, when you go a little bit further you end up sort of crushing springs and that. So, but this is going to be a total rebuild anyway, brand new. I'll try to keep them Lockwood pins as well, and Lockwood springs, and just a matter of getting this body up to scratch the best I can. I'll probably do that off camera. I don't want to, it's just too much farting around doing this on camera. Yeah, but once I've done that, clean it up to the state where I think it's acceptable, then we'll start the reassembly process and plugging the holes and doing the final linish to linish off the plugs here. I've got to take a bit of meat off anyway to clean it up. Just the height, cover those dents, little dents. Yeah, they show up pretty bad on brass for some reason. Anyway, I was watching. Well, a couple of guys made comments about how to remove plugs without even drilling them. Yeah, the suggestion was, and there's probably a video out there doing it, but I don't know, I haven't seen it, but they say to actually heat the padlock up to the point where the plugs probably start to bulge, and at that point in time, just a matter of I think as one's expression was, is, you know, drown the sucker or something of that effect. Yeah, just put it in a bucket of cold water, and hopefully the plugs will just pop out on their own accord. So I might try that with the 234. I've still got a few left that need redoing from a little stash, so I might try that little project at a future time with a 234, so see if it works or not. Anyway, that'll just about it for this one. Like I said, when I come back do the part 3, this will be all finished up and the best I can get it anyway, and cleaned inside. But it'll just be a case of reassembling. Yeah, but at the end of the day, the most important thing with these, if you do drill them, is to make sure you get spot on dead center with the plugs before, you know, when you punch the center punch them. If you're slightly off in one area, one direction, you'll end up drilling to one side of and you want the extractor, you'll get the extractor in there, but you'll break it because it's actually, instead of catching on the actual inside of the plug, it's catching on the actual body of the padlock, and they snap. And trust me, I know, because I've broken 1 or 2 extractors in my time. Anyway, that's life. Yeah, I did replace that center punch too. The original one I had, this is playing up too much. You know, it would operate 5 times and then nothing for 5 times, and it'll work for 2 times and not work for 10 times. And anyway, I haven't got the patience, I couldn't do it. I haven't got the patience to repair. So, and for the sake of, you know, what, $15 or whatever they are, it's just easier to toss it away. But apparently this one's is up for adoption, and someone's taken the adoption. So I'll pass it on at a future date, and good luck repairing it. I hope you do. But anyway, that kind of, I haven't got the patience to repair things that are disposable. So anyway, I went past Bunnings and I dropped in here and got this one here. I think it's $12.99. You know, obviously made in China. So yeah, like all products these days are made in China, but they're pretty brazen with their tried, tested, lifetime guarantee. I don't think so. I think that's a bit of bullshit. Yeah, that's just blatantly false advertising, I think. There's no way that this is going to last a lifetime. Anyway, that's about it. Just, yeah, one question. I spoke to Gary, or spoke to him, I made comments to Gary. He was talking about it, postage prices. He said he went on eBay, he goes on eBay quite a bit. I'm curious to eBay, the postage charges for eBay purchases. Do they, can you make up your own postage price? That's what I'm basically saying. Because I know, well, I've got a guy I know in New South Wales. He's my little 245, 247 spotter, if you will. He lets me know if he ever finds them in his travels in New South Wales, he'll give me the first option to buy, and very good price too. But the last one he sent to me, anyway, through the post, was $7.80 for that 245 padlock, which has a bit of weight in it. So $7.80, and I've seen padlocks maybe not even smaller than this, and some people want like $14.30 postage, and they're even, you know, they're only in Victoria. I don't understand why the prices are so high. I'm not, yeah. Then the next eBay seller, they'll, you know, post theirs out, basically the same product for $8.50. So I'm not sure if they just make the prices up to make a bit of extra profit, or you know, because of tracking or whatever. But yeah, it's a bit strange that the prices vary so much for the same weight and the same, basically the same size box or package. So yeah, Emerald Funky's the package I got the other day. I sent one package, probably the same size, but at the post office. Mine wasn't tracked though, but they've got a little makeup, little post box with a slit, and if your package can get through the hole, it was $3. So the package I sent was pretty roughly the same size as Funky's, maybe a little bit not as high, but yeah, it fell through the hole. So I paid $3 for that. So I'm surprised Funky's didn't get through that gap. But anyway, he will no doubt tell me that why he paid that. But, anyway, it's getting a bit late with this video, so I'll pull the pin, and until the next time, I'll take care and goodbye.